Good morning from Beaver Park Golf Club. We have Aaron Small, our course manager, here this morning. He's just giving us a quick update on what he's been doing this week on the golf course, what's happening on the greens with the disease and the removal of the trees on the left of 17. Good morning, Aaron.
Morning everybody. So this week has been quite a trying week. We had Easter Monday and Tuesday off, which is always difficult because we're playing catch up. So last week I told you that a lot of the heights of cuts were down, so we've been chasing our tail a wee bit. So we come back in on Wednesday and unfortunately there was 15 mil of rain on Tuesday night, so put us on the back foot a wee bit, but we dealt with that. We fertilised the greens. The reason for fertilising the greens is to get a better sward on them, so that's slow release fertiliser, should last for around 2 to 3 months. More density, help the plant and just basically produce better surfaces. So we haven't come down any more heights of cuts because the golf course is still quite wet. There's actually been a few golf courses closed this week, but we've been lucky enough that Beaver's built on very good free draining material. So the greens should come into a wee bit of shape. Next week the weather looks fantastic, so all the heights of cuts will come down on the tees and aprons, the fairways. We haven't even cut semi-rough yet around the golf course because of the weather conditions, so we'll get the semi-rough cut next week, a bit of the rough cut. Unfortunately the rough's probably the only area that's growing heavily, which isn't good for me because the machines are 2 ton and putting them out in the golf course. So even at the minute we're doing a lot more hand mowing on the green or on the rough, which is sort of unheard of but needs must. So yeah, this time next week you'll see a big difference in the golf course, and we need the temperatures to be able to do this, and next week will hopefully give us that.
So we've got some members wondering what the brown patches are on the green, and could you give us a wee bit of an update what's causing that and what you're doing to prevent it?
So the disease on the green is called fusarium, which is a fungal disease, which in layman's term is really like your eye getting the cold. So with the warmer temperatures at the start of the month and the wetness, the plant didn't really know if it was summer because of the heat or winter because of the wetness, so the plant stresses out. We had it at the end of September, October, which then the scars unfortunately carried through all winter. Because there's no recovery, then they can't fill in. So if it's annoying for you, it's particularly annoying for me because I have the greens at heart and I want to change them. But unfortunately the only thing that will fill in fusarium is temperature. So we don't have enough temperature to fill that in. So that's why we fed the greens to fill it in. So the temperature will come next week. We'll try and keep the moisture in the plant and the ground to help that fill in. So I think we'll see a dramatic improvement on the greens in the next week. We lowered to 3.8 this week on the greens, so there again they'll not be as bumpy. But even this morning, there was a frost this morning, we couldn't get the mowers out till 9 o'clock. So all these factors are, people get up today at 10 o'clock and the sun's splitting the trees. They don't know what we have had to go through with these problems, but we deal with them every day and try our best for yourselves as members. But yes, the next week will definitely turn the greens around a good bit.
So a wee bit of patience from everybody and we'll get there.
That would be good.
So on the left of 17th we did have some trees fall over with the heavy winds over the winter period, and we're doing a bit of removal there. Can you give the members a bit of an update there?
Yeah, unfortunately the left of 17, a big beech tree came down probably a couple of months ago now and knocked out a couple of the conifers. So really what we're doing at the minute is we decided in the committee that we would take another couple of conifers down. So that was all day yesterday, 5 of the team chipping and getting all that into shape. So it still looks a wee bit rough. We have a wee bit of TLC to do around it, and what we're probably going to do is plant a few more beech round that corner just to tie it in. But it does look a wee bit aggressive, but there's no way around this. There's not much we can do about it, but we'll tidy it up and get it back into shape for the future.
So the trees that we're replacing there are actually in keeping with the Beaver Park specimens, really, aren't they?
Yeah, the beech and the oaks are predominant in this golf course, so we'll replace it with a beech. One of my staff said, why are we replacing it with more trees, because they don't like the leaves, but we'll deal with that too.
Okay, thanks very much, Aaron. So we'll have another update in probably about 3 weeks' time.
Yep, that's fine.
And thanks everybody. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.